Hey everybody, just going to pin this comment here and we are going to get going. There we go. Awesome. Okay, great. I am so excited. I am coming on to talk about my new program, Christ Consciousness Codes. And over the next couple of weeks, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be coming on live probably 3 or 4 times a week. Sharing with you about the program, because it's actually going to be something that I give you. Like, I'm going to give you Christ Consciousness codes. I'm going to give you the codes. And when you go deeper into them, if you decide that it's a space for you, then you can join this program. But everybody needs to know this information. So for the next couple of weeks, I'll be doing like a 12-part series of each and every one of the codes, the Christ Consciousness codes, to give to you so you can implement them into your life. So Christ Consciousness is something that I talk about all the time. We all have Christ Consciousness within us. It's awakening within us. You are one of one. You are the only one who can do what you do in the way that you do it. And when you own that, when you surrender to the vision that calls for you, that feeling that you know that you're made for more, that you're meant to be wealthy, that you're meant to have it all, when you give respect and honor and energy to that space within your soul that keeps and continues to call you forward, then you will allow that vision to come to you. In the quantum field, we know that limitless potentialities and possibilities are happening right now. It's all happening right now. All we have is the eternal now. And so if that vision is not here in our physical reality, it means that we are vibrating at a different frequency, because frequency finds frequency. If you can shift your frequency, if you can shift your energy, you can shift your life to that vision that you see in your mind's eye. So why don't people shift, right? That seems like a very easy, like if it was just easy enough to shift my energy, Kathleen, like, don't you think I would have already done that? Like, yes, of course. But we have these programs that are running in the background. Our subconscious is very powerful. Things that happened in our childhood stay with us for the rest of our lives. Things that have happened in our adulthood will stay with us for the rest of our lives until we are ready to take over, until we are ready to own these patterns, to own these loops, and allow them to shift and to change with us. This is ascension. This is Christ consciousness. So that awakening that's happening within you, and this understanding and knowing that you're made for more, this ability to shift your frequency, it takes a little effort. It takes awareness. It takes taking radical responsibility of your life and shifting and choosing and changing every single day to the version of you that you know is existing, that is happening right now, living in that life, living in that fulfillment. So when I talk about the codes, I know and believe that in your DNA right now, in your body, in your soul resonance and frequency, you have codes that are waiting to be activated. You have something within you that is waiting to come forward. You are waiting to be seen. You are waiting to be heard. You are waiting to be paid well. And if I asked you what your vision was and you told me, and then I asked you why that's not happening. If I asked you why, well, where is it? What's going on? You would give me all of the reasons as to why it's not happening. And my challenge to you is to take radical responsibility of that, to look at the reasons that you're giving yourself, to look at the reasons that you're giving your external reality, and instead say, if I had full control over this, which you do, if I took radical responsibility for every single thing that's happening in my life, what would I be doing? What would I be choosing? How would I be showing up? Do I believe that that vision is done? Do I believe that I'm made for more? Do I believe that I am here to create limitless wealth simply as a byproduct of my being in alignment with the mission that I'm here for? Do you believe that? Go ahead and type 111 if you believe that, or give this a like. Give me something. Let me know you're listening. Do you believe that you're made for more? Because when you believe that, when you have that unshakable trust and foundation that you believe I am consciousness, that is when your life will begin. That is when the faith moves you forward into the space that you are meant to be in. You have to believe it first. You have to know that that vision is done. And then everything will be magnetized to you as a byproduct of that space. So over the next few weeks, we're going to go through the codes. Christ, Jesus, Yeshua, whatever you want to call him. Remember, this is not religious. This is spiritual. This is an expression of love. I believe that Yeshua was an expression of the quantum field, of the unified fabric that humanity was always meant to be a part of. I believe that message was distorted, that it was changed, that was put in a place of power, and our power was taken away. And now is the time to reclaim your sovereignty, reclaim your power, and reclaim the love that you have for yourself. And when you can live in that love, and you can live in that trust, and you can live in that foundation and depth of who you are and what you are here for, that is when the quantum and you will begin to work together. So Christ, Yeshua, Jesus, he had 12 disciples, 12 apostles. We have 12 signs in the zodiac. There's some speculation about 13, but of course, Yeshua makes 13, right? So we have these 12 signs in the zodiac, these 12 wheels. And if you look at the 12 signs in the sections of the zodiac chart, every single one of them is broken into houses. Each of these houses governs a certain section of your life. If you look at, I think house 1 is leadership, right? It's leadership, identity. What do you look like? Appearances. The second house is money, finances, worthiness. So all of these houses have an aspect of your life, an aspect of your soul. What you have been doing up until this point is operating individually, right? So some days we're focused on money. Some days we're focused on friends. Some days we're focused on our business. Some days we're focused on what we look like. And when we do that, when we live in that focused separation of, I have to get here to be this, I have to do that to be great, I have to have that to feel this way, then we live in separation of our soul. Christ Consciousness Codes is about becoming one to have it all. To see how every single one of these houses, these aspects of your soul, these aspects of yourself, are actually the most natural part of you when you allow them to be the most natural part of you. When you allow yourself to lead with love, when you allow yourself to see how the shadow has been playing out and come back into unity within. Christ Consciousness Codes is about that totality. If you have a thriving business, if you have a incredible business model where you're like, I've got it. I've got the subscription. I've got the low, mid, high ticket. I'm killing it. My downloads, my views, my algorithms, knocking everyone's socks off. But you're coming home every single day and fighting with your partner. What is the fucking point? If you have a incredible mission and passion that you're so involved in, you love it, and every single time you just spend in that joy and creativity, but you're not creating money, you're not creating the wealth that you know you're here for, you're not as big, or your impact is not as large as it needs to be, as you know that it's meant to be, and by the way, you're super stressed about it, and your kids and you keep fighting, and you can't remember the last time that you went to the gym and took care of yourself, what is the fucking point? Because you are not meant to live in your soul-led mission. You are not meant to live fully expressed in your purpose and creating wealth on repeat and be miserable. You are not meant to be stressed. You are not meant to wonder when it's all going to come crashing down around you. You are not meant to live in sickness. How much of our sickness is actually an expression of our body's way of talking to us? Our fascia saying, hey, listen, I'm trying to talk to you. I'm trying to show you. I have so many stories of clients, myself personally, and friends that their sickness, their pneumonia, their colds, the things that we get in December, January, and February, are actually an expression of grief that we have not allowed ourselves to process yet. And I'm a nurse practitioner, so even that was a whole another world for me to understand that the way that we're operating in medicine, we're ignoring the energetics piece of it, right? So all of these parts of you are coming together, and you have to begin to ask yourself, what kind of life am I living if I am not living in totality of the expression that I know I am? What kind of life and business am I running if I'm not enjoying it, if I'm not enjoying my life, enjoying myself, if I don't love myself, if I'm not happy when I wake up in the morning, if I'm miserable every time I walk in the door, what am I doing? Because you were not meant to have that type of life. You were not meant to suffer. You were not meant to wonder if, when, how, will it work out. You were not meant to live in scarcity and in fear. You were meant to live in complete totality and love. You are an expression of the divine. The divine lives in you. You are the divine. And when you can take back your power as the creator of your reality rather than a passive participant, wondering when things will get better, how will this improve? I'm just going to keep working harder and grinding and hustling and doing it all, and then maybe one day I'll be worthy. No, like when you can really, really take back your power as the creator of your reality, as the creator of the life that you were born for, living in unity, living in peace, living in complete flow. That is when your life will begin. This week I'll be doing lives, carousels, conversations with other people as well that I'm going to give to you all. If you want to just catch it on Instagram, make sure you hit notified for alerts. But I'm also going to be posting this all in my Facebook group. If you're not a part of that yet, just reach out to me. I'll be happy to send you the link for that so you never ever miss a thing. I'll be going through each house, talking about what it is that you're giving your power away to, how you can come back into unity, how you can come back into flow, how you can come back into you, the you that you were born as, the you that knows it's done, and the you that's living in complete totality and unity. And if you're ready to expand further, if you're ready to move farther into this space, into this reach of the divine, this understanding that you are ready to shift and change your life and use all of the tools that we have at our disposal to do that, then you need to be in Christ Consciousness Codes. We start May 18th. If you have any questions, let me know. I am so excited to get this series going. Have a beautiful day.